So the choices are dig out that mucky mess, membrane, stone and roll that, or dig out this mucky mess, membrane, stone, and roll that. Which one shall I do first? I'll tell you what, neither. But because I do any of that, I've got to go sort my dad out. Morning world, welcome to Friday, 1st of November. Yeah, November already. When I say sort my dad out, Dad's okay. But as you know, he broke the door of his Kubota side by side, which is his only transport. So my job yesterday was ringing around trying to get prices and parts and dates and stuff, which I still haven't got all of it. I'm just waiting for an email to come back with a cost and a date. Fixed. Come on. She says, wait a minute, I just got to pee on this thing. You come in? Can you just hurry up? Just pee on it and then come. They changed, oh right, it wasn't worth peeing on. Or she didn't have any left. And yeah, I've got to go see Dad, because for some reason, he's not answering his phone, or if he does answer his phone, he can't hear me. So I'm gonna have to drive over there and see him. I've got to go, darling, all right? I'm leaving you to guard the place, all right? You be a good girl. You bite all the nasty trespassers, and you chew them. Yes, darlings, and you. So yeah, that's check tyre pressures. Oh. Have I got a puncture? Mm-hmm. He looks okay. Right, well, nothing's flat. We'll pop in the garage as well and just check tyre pressures as well. Right, and yeah, so the intention today is I'd like to go and do some muck spreading. That's what I'd like to do, but the ground really isn't quite dry enough. The weatherman says it's dry up until next Wednesday. Might get a shower Wednesday, then Thursday, Friday, dry again. So I don't want to rush getting into it. I do want to get it done, because as soon as that's done, I can get a hedge trimmer on and I get some hedges done. And I'm kind of hoping this dry spell is going to last long enough for me to do both. Yeah, I won't hold my breath. So anyhow, I replied to the invitation from NFU to go to London on, I think it's a Tuesday, 19th. So I think we're gonna go up and make a bit of noise up there and just show the government how displeased we are with their inheritance tax adjustment. So I honestly don't think they've really thought it through. The threshold is far too low. You are condemning thousands, if not tens of thousands of the next generation of farmers of starting their life in a massive debt, which they can't afford, because I don't care how rich everybody thinks farmers is, it's not the case. Asset rich, maybe. And that's only if you own it. If you're a tenant farmer, you haven't even got that. It's literally the clothes on your back and the tools in the shed. But yeah, so we're going to go up and protest. I think if they put the threshold up to, say, 4 million, that would be our sensible. That would then cut out most of the little small family farms and just knock the bigger, like, corporate farms. I mean, 5 million would be better. Because even what does 5 million buy you for a farm? 500 acres. That's a reasonable sized farm, 500 acres. No, don't do it. Thank you. So yeah, London. Weather permitting, work permitting, everything else permitting, London, here we come. Right, well, welcome back, everybody. Dinner is done. Kind of sorted out Dad's Kubota. So I'm just waiting for Lister Wilder to come back with an estimate for full service, 4 tyres, door, indicator lens. But I also gave the chaps at Iron and Earth down the road a call because they supply RTVs and they service them. And I just said, I think it was Paul I spoke to, can you service Dad's Kubota? He goes, oh yeah, no problem. I said, change the door and tyres? Yeah, no problem. And he goes, is it a flat glass? And I said, I don't think so. He says, well, if it is a flat glass, let me know. He said, because we can have one made. We can have one cut to fit. Oh. And it's not a flat glass, it's slightly convex or concave, depending on which way you look at it. So I think we're probably going to have to get the original one. But I said to them, you know, you do RTVs. Can you do a machine with a cab and a heater and glass? Doors, you know? And he goes, yeah. I said, how about one with a door with a window that opens? He goes, yeah, we can do that too. Oh. So would you service and repair Dad's Kubota, and while you're doing that, lend us one for him to play with? He goes, yeah, we can probably do that too. So I was going to go down this afternoon, but the boss isn't there today. He's there Monday, hopefully. So I think we might go and have a little wander around Iron and Earth on Monday, and maybe take Dad with us, and he can have a look. And you know, his machine's got to be repaired or serviced, whatever. There's a case of, well, do you know what? If we like the demo, maybe he'll change it. Anyway, I got a choice to make whether I'm gonna do a bit of a scratch around here. Oh, are you coming up now, are you? Oh, that would be typical. I was gonna say, and I've decided I'm gonna have a scratch around in here and dig this out and put some membrane in there and stone it up. But that group there have just come bawling through the gate. I could make a start. And if they come bawling up, I'll switch to plan B. It is quite firm out here, so literally 4 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4. So not quite to the end of the gate. That way. Actually, it was 4.5 meters. The roll's 4.5 meters. So hang on a minute. It might be to the end of the gate. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Let's scratch about a bit. So I only want to take about 4 or 5 inches off the top. We're never going to have a lot of pressure on here just from the cattle, but it's got to be deep enough that I can open the gate over it. That is actually quite important. activity going on down at the gate down there. I don't know if they're thinking about coming up or staying down. Hopefully staying down. If I can get this bit done today, that would actually be quite a good job. So it gets mucky around here because of the water tank, which is just behind me. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build a level up in front of the water tank, not too much. I don't want to encourage them to jump over the fence, but yeah, it just makes it a bit easier for the little ones to reach it. Right, Mike has just called me. They've just about finished the job they're doing down in Thornbury. We're working at one of the schools in Thornbury today, and he said, can I pop into Chandler's? Could do another pair of chainsaw trousers. And it's like, yes, go on in, get yourself a pair of chainsaw trousers, and while you're there, I think all my mower parts are in for the coon mower. I said, pick them up as well. That'll save me a trip. Happy days. So, well, it's gonna be an expensive day. I mean, what's a pair of chainsaw trousers nowadays? 250 quid? Yeah, but we'll have it. When they cattle find this lump of dirt here, they're going to go nuts over it. They're going to chuck it everywhere, drive their head into it. Yeah, nuts. You're coming with me. Go on, and again. That's better. Oh, I've got the mirror. So this is, well, I've always called it teram, but it's a geotextile. Basically, it's a membrane you put down to separate the soil from your stone. Stop it mixing. At least that's the idea. Oh, I bet I got it the wrong way around. How are you wrapped? Right. I think it might just be a blade down you. That way. And how are you wrapped on there? Oh, that's all right. Okay, we're even facing the right way. Eureka. All I've got to do is hope the cattle don't decide to come up now, because now, well, now I'd be in a world of hate. I think actually we might just roll it out a little bit and get a couple of buckets of stone in here. Just get it going. I'm kind of hoping that starting the skid steer up isn't going to drag the cattle up. Have we got enough fuel? That's all right. So it's about half a ton at a time. That's what this bucket will hold. So it's going to take me a few trips and probably quite a lump of that stone to do this. Trying to avoid scuffing around on the yard stone too much if I can help it as well, so I've got it rolled down fairly hard. Last thing I want to do is chew it up now. Right, well, that's just going to be it for the next 20 minutes. It's backwards and forwards with bucketfuls of stone, and then we'll level it out and then we'll roll it. here, shall we? As much as anything else, I want to get the sheet flattened out and rolled down before the cattle find it and start trying to chew it. Only about 4 or 5 inches down there actually, but kind of open. Like I say, once that's compacted down, that should be enough. Right, let's roll that terram a bit more. I reckon that's going to be nearly enough for now. Right, we'll leave that on there to keep it weighed down. I haven't put it up too close to the tank, so I'm going to build that up anyway. And we're probably going to be digging out along there, hopefully next year. We'll see. More stone. I'd better not hit my roof off just yet. I don't think Tim would be very impressed if I did that. He'd laugh at me, but he wouldn't be impressed. Another bucket full or so in there, I reckon, and we'll give it its first roll. Right then, bit of rolling. So the cattle still down the field, so we might just get away with this. Time's up. Shut the gate. A couple of them started running, so I don't say I panicked, but it was a case of, yeah, I better get this. So this isn't finished. For anybody who says, it's not very level. I was kind of hoping to get another layer on top of this. I don't really want to roll more than sort of 3 inches at a time. I want to pat 3 inches down, put another layer on top, pack it down again. So we'll basically be going up another 2 or 3 inches out here, pack it down, and then we should have a fairly solid base, but I'm not going to get away with it. So I've got no hurdles up in there. If they get in there, they're out in the yard, they're gone. So, right. Oh wow, here's troublemaker. Right, I'm just going to cut that. Oh look, fresh dirt! Fresh dirt! It's very exciting, fresh dirt. Ugh. I've got to cut it and take it out, because if I don't, I'll come out tomorrow morning and find that roll all across there and then have it out. That's just cattle. All right. That can go on there, not there, there. And then what we'll do when we're finished, we'll put some of this topsoil back and we'll just let it nice, tidy, no lip. Right, they're gonna find the dirt and they're gonna be into that. Oh. That was inevitable. They'll be into that, into that. That pile will be 18 inches shorter tomorrow. Oh, hello. Right, that's that put away. No point in shutting that, because, well, there just isn't. Hopefully, fingers crossed, concrete panels are going in tomorrow. That would be nice. So I've left the roll of Terram there, mainly because I'm intending to do the same in that gateway as I've just done in that one. So I'm kind of hoping, well, they're going to pack it down anyway, so it's not going to do any real harm if they just scratch the surface off, just take the smoothness off the surface. So, because like I say, the idea is when they're down there, I'm going to give this a second layer. I'll probably use most of that pile of stone out there. So Mr. Kingston's cutting his edges, although I think he's cutting a few trees by the sounds of it. So yeah, but at least now they come, and if they loiter around the gateway now, it won't make such a mess just here. And when they come up for a drink there, hopefully they won't make as much mess there either. Hopefully. Anyway, I just spoke to Hilary from Chandler's. Mike is down there buying another pair of chainsaw trousers. I think the zip's gone on this. And it was £305. Normally 340, she's given me £35 discount because she loves me. £305 for a pair of chainsaw trousers that, if I'm lucky, last a year. Ouch. Plus the mower bits, which I think also came to 300 and, ouch. Mrs. P is going to give me such a ear bending. That's the polite version for bollocking. There's still, well, most of it's still down there. It's like fresh earth and cattle. I don't actually know what it is. I don't know if they can smell the mineral in it or what, but like I said earlier, digging that out, as soon as they found that bit of fresh topsoil turned over, they cannot help it. They're in there and, yeah, having a whale of a time. Right, it is 3:45. I'm not going to do any more today. That's enough for today. Hopefully panels in tomorrow, and weather permitting, maybe we'll do that second gate, or maybe we'll do a second layer on the first gate, get that done, and that'll be another 20 ton of stone gone. But once it's done, isn't it? So I wouldn't mind putting a track all the way along the front of the fence, dig that back and give them an access round. But the problem is, it's only temporary. So you'd use all that stone and that membrane for a temporary job. Yeah, I'd be all right. We'll give that some thought tomorrow or the next day. See you then.